So in the meantime, we also have another prepared speaker that we are fortunate to enjoy this evening, who has prepared a piece for us, which we will listen to, enjoy, and share our feedback and experience. In 2020 has brought many challenges and unique situations for most of us. I could not agree more. How do we find balance? I'm still trying to figure it out. Harmony and happiness beneath the mask, from hugs to handshakes. Our world and the ways we used to show care and understanding has seriously changed. So much so that many internalize fear, anger, worry, sadness, and grief, all the while pretending it's all okay. This evening, Brenda Alloco is sharing how we can begin to bring our bodies back into balance. And I like it, Brenda.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I want to share with you a quote. "My destiny is in my own hands" by Mary Burmaster. What does that mean to each of us? It's not just about our career, our journey with our families, our personal life. It also has to do with how we are in balance with our emotions. I have an ask of each of you. Take a piece of paper. Doesn't need to be artistic, but what I'd like you to do is to draw your hand. As I said, doesn't need to be artistic, just a hand. Because what I'm going to talk to you about, according to the ancient art of Gen Shin Jitsu, you can harmonize your emotions and nourish your body by holding each of your fingers in sequence. This is a subtle but powerful way to get your body in balance. And what I'm going to talk to you about is what each of those fingers and thumbs mean. And I'm sure if we were talking to a doctor, they would understand how some of our emotions actually affects our health. Did you know that anger can affect your liver? Being an angry individual can affect your liver scientifically, almost as if you were overweight and had a fatty liver, or even decided to drink a little too much. All of that affects your liver, as does anger. As you can imagine, joy affects your heart. Sadness not only affects your heart, but it also has an effect on your lungs. And if you think about worry, worry also affects your lungs and it affects your spleen. Fear has an impact on your kidneys. And shock, as you can imagine, also impacts your heart. So what I want to talk to you about first is your thumb. Your thumb is associated, as I said, with worry. So what I'd like you to do is on your thumb, if you drew the picture, I want you to write worry. And of course, with worry, the thumb affects the surface of your skin. It also affects your spleen and your stomach organs. That's a lot, just because you're worrywart. There's something to that. And when this system is out of balance, there's also an ability to give good and receive good. The next is your index finger. Your index finger represents fear. It is the muscular system. The kidney and the bladder and the organs we find freedom from fear. And you can discover when you have this system in balance, the ability to be fearless. I'm not going to raise it, but the middle finger, can you think what that middle finger might represent? Think about, you're driving along the highway and all of a sudden somebody decides to pass you, and not only are they giving you that look, but they're giving you that middle finger. Why? Because it represents anger. I think that was pretty appropriate when I was researching that. It's also the blood sequence. It affects, as I said earlier, your liver. It also affects your gallbladder. And to balance that, capacity for compassion. So if you are out of balance, you don't have a capacity for compassion. And I think that's something that we all really need. Your ring finger, sadness and grief. So if you've ever noticed somebody that maybe they lost a loved one, especially if it's a spouse, typically you find them twirling the ring finger, because that ring finger represents sadness and grief. So their memory of an individual can represent that. And of course, if we can get that in balance, it gives us the ability to receive and let go. And letting go is sometimes the hardest part of grieving for us. The pinky, the little finger. That finger represents pretense. Have you ever had somebody ask you, are you okay? And what do? You pretend, you have that pretense that yes, everything is okay when it's not. Right now, I'm going to ask each of you to do a little something for me. I want you to put both of your hands right here on your chest. And I want you to feel the beating of your heart. I want you to feel your breathing, the cadence of breathing in and out. To help you decide to get yourself into balance, there are different ways that you can do this. And I call it a blanket, because when we put our hands just above our heart, it's a nurturing. So if you think about when we're hugging somebody or holding our children, where do we hold them? We hold them close to our heart. We want to nurture them. So what you can do, and I call it the blanket effect, you can do one finger at a time, close your eyes, and just breathe in and out, in and out. And then you go to the next finger. Again, feeling it against your chest, the heartbeat, the cadence of your breath. And you only need to do each finger for about 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever you have time for. And by the time you reach the end in the pinky, that little finger, you're going to notice a change in your emotions. You're going to start to get your body in balance. Now, is it going to solve your fears? No. But what it's going to do, it's going to help you get your body in balance. It's going to help you so that you can start to receive and start to get your body back into balance and be able to live and function every day. Madam Toastmaster.